Hello, I'm the Convalescing Soul. Welcome to my channel. Today we are reading from Colette Baron-REID's guidebook, The Spirit Animal Oracle. And today we are reading card number 25, which reduces to a 7, Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. Perhaps that's because elephants never forget. Isn't that what they say? You know, I think people have mixed ideas about the past. Do we just forget it, not live in the past, let it go? Should we remember it? Should we learn from it? Does remembering it anchor us, you know, to a place, to a time, to a decision? Does it define us? I think most things, though, encourage us to be in the present, right? But definitely learning from the past. And the elephant has a little jewel here highlighting, right, that third eye, that inner knowing. Elephants are also very wise, I feel, very graceful, but powerful. Okay. Although we often wish we could leave the past behind, Elephant Spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions they have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today, and we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant Spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. Sorry, I'm having like a little bit of a runny nose. A purging. All of us are memory-based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we are and where we are going. The stories of events you experience, the stories in our collective memory, and the stories of relationships you have had can be told many ways. What story will you tell? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity. For you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from your past. Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and grow. You know that saying, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And thinking about our pasts and the idea of, can we change our past, right? And often, you know, people's first reaction is, no, you can't change the past. However, if we change our perspective and perhaps how we frame things in our minds, the past can, in a sense, change because our perception of it can change. Perhaps we can take something that is seen as a negative and look for the lesson, the silver lining, and see it differently. And then all of a sudden our past can look and feel very different than it might have originally felt. So, can you change the past? I guess it's a yes and a no. If we change the way we look at it, I might argue it does change, yeah? Okay, this comes with a protection message. Are you feeling uncomfortable with a tradition, custom, or familiar behavior that no longer fits who you are? Do you wish the past could be erased so it could no longer cause you a moment's pain? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to write a different story and alter the traditions in a way that acknowledge that we all evolve, for transformation is our nature. Elephant Spirit calls you to not be selective in your memory, because ignoring the good or bad will prevent you from growing your wisdom and strength. Build on the best of the past, learn from the worst, and walk into the future with dignity, accompanied by Elephant Spirit, who remembers the truth and honors your strength and wisdom. Very lovely. And a good reminder, we don't forget so we can learn, right? Also, the jewels on this elephant kind of remind me of like treasures. That sometimes there are treasures in the past, little nuggets of gold. And we should hold on to those things, because they're of value, right? Okay. Much love and many blessings.